Welcome to Thursday, September the 18th of 2025. My name is Thom Rigsby, and this is your AmCon Daily Brief. On today's show, communities have rhythms too, and disruptions are easier to spot when you know what they are. Before we dive in, let's check in with the ASAT team and today's Daily Sit-Rep.
This is your AmCon Daily Sit-Rep for September the 18th, 2025. Up first today, we focus on the importance of managing stress and building psychological resilience. Experts emphasize that mental fortitude is more critical than physical supplies in a crisis. Training your mind to withstand chaos, make clear decisions under pressure, and maintain focus is essential for survival when society faces collapse. Daily mental conditioning, stress exposure, network building with reliable preppers, and regular drills are recommended to build this crucial resilience. In financial news, the Federal Reserve has approved a quarter-point interest rate cut, the first of 2025, signaling 2 more cuts expected this year. This move comes amid rising inflation and slowing job growth. The current federal funds rate now ranges between 4% and 4.25%. The Fed will continue monitoring economic data closely to determine future actions, with economists cautioning that consumers may see delayed effects on borrowing costs. Turning to health concerns, Blue Root Health's bariatric fusion iron multivitamins sold on Amazon have been recalled due to poisoning risks. These vitamins contain a lethal dose of iron for children and do not meet mandatory child-resistant packaging requirements. No injuries have been reported so far, but consumers are strongly advised to discard the product or keep it out of reach of children. On the mobility front, Oregon may become the second state after Hawaii to mandate pay-per-mile fees for electric vehicle owners. This initiative aims to address a $300 million transportation budget shortfall caused by declining gas tax revenues, as more drivers switch to electric and hybrid vehicles. The proposed program would phase in beginning in 2027, charging EV owners approximately 2.3 cents per mile or an annual flat fee of $340. Privacy concerns and potential impacts on EV adoption remain points of debate. In other news, ongoing protests and civil unrest continue to affect many areas nationwide. Several scheduled protests are planned today across various cities, including New York City, Los Angeles, and Hartford CT. Situational awareness remains crucial. Members are advised to stay alert at public events, know their exits, report any suspicious activities, and communicate conditions to the ISAT team. As for today's weather, an upper trough over the northern and central plains and Mississippi Valley will bring unsettled conditions, including marginally severe storms and isolated flooding risk over the next few days. The Southwest faces flash flooding potential today and Friday due to tropical moisture from Mario. The Ohio and Tennessee valleys will experience above-average temperatures with highs in the 90s. Flood watches remain in effect in parts of the Southwest, and tropical rainfall may cause flooding and landslides in Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. Residents in affected areas should stay informed and prepared for severe weather threats. Looking ahead on the AmCon calendar, members may be interested in several upcoming events. The Black Hills Veterans March on September the 20th in Custer, South Dakota. The Southeast Region Adventure Challenge, October the 3rd through 5th at Trace State Park, Tupelo, Mississippi. The Northeast Region Adventure Challenge, October the 10th through 12th in Hookstown, Pennsylvania. Water bath canning workshops in Berkeley Springs, West Virginia on October the 18th and October the 22nd. The South Region Adventure Challenge, November the 7th through 9th in Milburn, Oklahoma. That wraps up today's top stories. Members can access the American Contingency members-only site to get the full report and more in-depth analysis of today's stories, along with practical preparedness tips, training opportunities, and resources to help you, your family, and your neighborhood stay crisis ready.
Every community has a rhythm. Morning traffic, school bells, the lunchtime rush, evening activities. You see it in crowded grocery stores right before dinner, in quiet parks after sundown, and in busy gas stations on Friday afternoon. These patterns may not stand out day to day, but they form the baseline of normal. And here's the thing. When you know the baseline, you can spot the disruptions. That's where situational awareness at the community level begins. Preparedness isn't just about noticing what's happening in your own home or even on your own street. It's about recognizing the bigger patterns that shape the community around you. Because when those patterns shift, it is often signals that something is wrong. Think about the last time you went to the store. Was it busier than usual? Were the shelves thinner than normal? Did people seem rushed or anxious? Each of those cues is part of the community rhythm. If you know what normal Friday shopping looks like, then panic buying on a Tuesday afternoon really stands out, doesn't it? That's actionable awareness. Same goes for traffic. If a main road is jammed at an unusual hour, that might point to an accident, a closure, or an evacuation starting nearby. If emergency vehicles are moving in groups instead of alone, it signals a bigger incident. When you know the patterns, you can interpret the disruptions. This awareness doesn't just keep you informed, it gives you time. Time to adjust routes, avoid trouble spots, or prepare for cascading effects. And the earlier you notice, the more options you have. That's the essence of preparedness. So leadership comes into play when you share what you notice. A quick message to friends, coworkers, or neighbors. Maybe that text thread we talked about yesterday. Hey, traffic is blocked here. Try another way. Or, man, the store shelves are running low on water. Grab some before it's gone. Those messages can prevent small issues from snowballing into crises for other people. Awareness becomes stewardship when you move from knowing to sharing. Preparedness at the community level isn't about paranoia. It's about paying attention to the rhythms of daily life, noticing when those rhythms change, and taking calm, measured steps to adapt. So here's your challenge today. I want you to pick one place you visit on a regular basis. It could be a grocery store, a gas station, intersection, any of those. This week, I want you to pay attention to what, quote, normal looks like there. Then, when you see something unusual, note it and ask yourself, what's going on? All right, tomorrow we'll wrap up the work week with 5 practical ways you can share awareness without coming across as paranoid or pushy. That's it for this edition of the AmCon Daily Brief. Thanks for listening. Members, check out our website or phone app for today's updates. Not part of the network yet? It's easy. Just head over to AmericanContingency.com and get connected. And please, share this episode with a neighbor, a friend, or a family member who could use it. They're depending on you. I'm Thom Rigsby. Stay alert, stay ready, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.